previously on the Rose of Quantock Road. I said, I just have to say don't I said that I was going to do, you're going to get beaten severely. I said I was going to try and transfer, by the transfer method, some veinage on the leaves, and ish, but I wouldn't dare go too dark because I really didn't want to mess them up. Look, you can see just a little bit because they're back off again now. Right, I'm doing a little bit more bleach then. Now I'm working out where I want my stem of leaves to be, and I used the cutouts, the tissue cutouts, just to put them on to give me a visual, this is what they'd look like in this position. And the ruler keeps flicking up because I don't know whether I can save the bottom bit of the paper where it's really messed up, where the two petals go downwards. So I was just checking out how much I'd have to chop off if need be. Again, I did the pencil sketch of the leaves, then went round with the Copic multi-liner thin jiggity booey. Ooh, I don't know what he's mouthing at me. He's mouthing something that looks like Martha. Marker. Oh, now we're getting tuts and raised eyebrows. Right, the tape that I used, it left gooey gum on, and I used an electric eraser to get rid of it. Right, this, I love doing this. This is really fun. What I did is I used a moss green, and then not a moss green, in dry crystals, and it's like a lucky dip. You pick up just a tiny little bit of crystal, you wet your paper like you would normally, and then you pick up a crystal and drop it where you want it to be darker, or where you want a different colour to show up. And because of how the brushes are, you could end up with any colour, and it's great. You just got to go with it. It's really exciting way of painting. It's brilliant. If you've got them, try it. It's a bit scary, especially when you've put so much work into something and so many hours, you know, that you might mess it up. But right, this I'm doing exactly the same but with moss green, to give them an overall colour. And Mick actually pointed out that it's sort of a good way to paint is the dry crumb, because you get, say, come on, please say it. You said something like different degrees of the same colour as such. They're all obviously going to look good because they all are one colour, but not, it's this colour bit again. Too many uses of the word colour. They all make up that colour, so whatever crumb you pick up has got to match and look good in a funny sort of way. Oh, I hope you know what I'm on about. Oh right, yeah, obviously I'm just painting here. I'm making the darkers and lighters. Sure. Dark bits and light bits. Right, I asked for people to send me emails of their work, and a comment came in, and I totally understand what, but it's not a competition. You don't have to be of this rose. It can be associated with any of my videos, none of my videos, it doesn't matter. I would just dearly love, I know it's a little bit of work for Mick, but it's not much, is it? It's not really. You don't even have to have your name. You know, if you don't want anybody to know that it's your work of art, I'd love to give something back in this way and have a video of your works up. I'd just love it. And you know, ask any questions in a private message me, because Mick can open them and show me them, although I can't do them on my thing, but or email me. Right, the coloured pencil on the petals, what I'm doing is, because it's really bumpy lumpy paper, I'm sort of filling in with my lightest yellow where it's going to be dark, the lightest set of yellows where it's going to be darker, lighter, blah de blah, and then I'm bleaching again. I'm bleaching some more veins out of that one because I didn't quite do it, but I've made a video on how much bleach, how quick it, a real-time video, how much bleach, how quick it works, etc. If anybody wants it, just say and we'll put it up. Right, what I'm doing is I'm filling a lot of the nap of the paper in with the lightest of yellows, and then I'm going in with my lightest red, and then this one's sort of like the middle red, and then the darkest red, progressively getting smaller to blend it out. Then I'm blending it out with the oranges, and the lightest orange where the sun's going to be catching it more, and then the darkest where it's a bit more in shade, or where I want it to go over a bump and accentuate the bump in the petal. I don't know why I'm doing that with my hand. And then the same with the yellows to make it more 3D. Right, these are the warm greys, and I used the cool greys on the green just to make them look a bit different. But if you look at the shadow at about 2ish, half 2, there's more than one shadow in the shadows, if you will. I tried to leave that one looking separated for a bit, and then I went over with the lightest grey after touching up with the darkest grey there. But it's not just a grey mark. If you put a lot into the shadows, then it gives you a lot back as such. And I bet people would say that it's fussing, but it's fussing that makes work. I don't understand why people comment on fussing being a bad thing. It's what makes work more real, and it's where all your learning comes from, and how you get better is fussing with one piece of work. Even if it goes beyond it and it gets wrecked, at least you've learnt what not to do. Right, this is what they called chalk pastels. Yeah, Derwent Chalk Pastels that I accentuated the bleed out around the edges a bit, that some lovely person not a million miles away got me, didn't you? And they're nice, aren't they? I like that bud. I really like the back end of that bud, and it just sort of makes the outside a bit more and frames it a little bit without putting a big black whatever around the edge. Right, what colour background? Orange or blue? Which do you think it looks better on, or do you think a different colour? Because I'm not right sure. I think it looks okay on both, but tell me. Right, oh, bye bye. I've got to say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and bye. Why do I always